Hi everyone, how are you all today? Today we are going to learn something that you have probably done before, but first, let's try to figure out what it is. What do you see in this picture? Let's take a look together. We can see a cinema building, a lake, roads, a waterfall, a hospital, and many more places. These are all things around us in our everyday life. So, what is this lesson all about? Lost. Have you ever experienced getting lost in a public place? Maybe when you were alone, like in the girl in the picture. Or have you ever seen an older person who looked lost and confused about where they were? Now, what should we do if we get lost? And what should we do if someone else needs help because they are lost? That's why today we are going to learn something that can help us with all those situations. We are going to learn how to asking and giving directions. So, are you ready to learn it together today? Let's go! Let's start with a brief explanations of asking directions. In bahasa Indonesia, it's mean bertanya arah. This means asking someone when you want to know how to get to a certain place. Here are some expressions that we can use to ask for directions. First, excuse me, how can I get to the? Second, can you tell me the way to? The third, where is the nearest? Fourth, I'm looking for. Fifth, how far is it from here? And sixth, is it near or far from here? So, the examples. Probably you want to ask about Malioboro Street. You can use the first expressions. Examples. Excuse me, how can I get to Malioboro Street? And you can also follow up with another questions like, how far is it from here? So that's how we can ask about directions, okay? Do you get it, everyone? So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, okay? Now, let's move to the next part, giving direction. In bahasa, it's memberi arah. This means giving instructions when someone asks you how to get somewhere. But before giving directions, make sure you have 3 important things. What are they? The first, a map or knowledge of the locations. The second, prepositions. And the third, imperative sentence. Maps or locations. You need to be sure that you really understand the place that the person is asking about. So, what is maps? A map is a picture that shows us where places are and helps us find our way. It is important tools that you need when giving directions. Prepositions digunakan untuk menunjukkan posisi atau arah suatu tempat. Here are some common prepositions used when giving directions. Next to, in front of, behind, across from, between. So these are to help you understand better. So let's break them down one by one. I have a map here. Let's learn how to use prepositions through these maps, okay? The first, behind, di belakang. In this example, The mountain is behind the waterfall. Next, in front of, di depan, and across from, di seberang. These two can sometimes be used in the same situations. But there is a difference. In front of is used when something is directly in front of another object without any barrier, while across from is used when something is in front of another object, but there is a barrier like a road, a lake, or another divider. The distro is either in front of or across from the grocery store. The next, between, di antara. We use this when a place is located between two other places. For example, the lake is between the distro and the camp area. And the last one is next to, di samping. This shows that something is right beside something else. For example, the pharmacy is next to the hospital. After learning about preposition, now it's time to learn how to use imperative sentence in giving directions. We use these expressions to give instructions clearly. So, here are the expressions. Go straight ahead. Turn left. Turn right. It's on your left. It's on your right. Go past the. It's next to, across from, in front of, behind. Take the first or second turning on the left or right. You will see it on your left. It's about 5-minute walk or drive from here. So these expressions will help you give directions in a proper and polite way. So now that we have completed all the materials, it's time for let's practice time. Alright, let's try the first questions. Find the library. If we start at the house, which direction should we go to get to the library? Let's find the house first. Okay, here it is. Now, where is the library? Got it, it's over here. So now, let's figure out the path we should take. First, go straight ahead until you reach the three-way junctions or pertigaan. Then turn left. Keep going straight along the road until you find another three-way junction. After that, turn right and you will find the library at the end of the road. Great job following the direction. Now, it's your turn to answer the second questions. Try to find the lake. If we start at the school, which direction do we go to get to the lake? Let's try to discuss this with your friends, okay? After you finish the group discussion, let's try a more individual challenge. Here is the third question. Find the cinema. If we start at the waterfall, which direction do we go to get to the cinema? Now it's your turn again. Try to solve it on your own. You can do it, okay? And that's all for today's lessons. Let's remember what we have learned today, asking and giving directions. So don't forget to keep practicing, and you can use these expressions in real life situations. Thanks for joining today's class and see you next time. Bye-bye.